Hello and welcome back to All About Community. Again, my name is Robert L. Harris, and I promise you that in this segment I would have as my guest Michelle Phillips. Michelle Phillips is the Inspector General in Oakland, I believe with the Oakland Police Department. Michelle, welcome to All About Community. Are
Thank
you an
you.
Inspector General? Whoa, I mean, come on, what's an Inspector General?
Absolutely. So I actually report to the Oakland Police Commission. I do
Okay.
not report to the Chief of Police, and I do not have an office within the police department. So
But you do have an office.
I do. I do have an office. So generally speaking, an inspector general within the IG world is an oversight entity, governmental oversight entity. So that means that we can oversee all different areas of the government, whether it's specifically police or any governmental entity. It could be Department of Public Works.
So Oakland has just one Inspector General?
So yes, there is one
And you're the
inspector
first
general.
one, aren't you?
I am.
Oh, wow. Now let's
Yeah.
talk for a moment, and we'll get back to Inspector General. A little bit about your background, because you were recently into Oakland. Now let's where were you born and raised and all that stuff?
Yes, so I am a military brat. Both my parents were former Air Force. I was born
Good.
overseas, and I grew up overseas for the most part. I was born in Okinawa, Japan, and I
All
grew up
right, I've been there. Yes.
in Bad Avenling, Germany, for a good
Been there too.
part for a good part of my time. But once my father got sick, unfortunately, we stayed in Maryland. He's originally from Maryland. He's a single father, so
Mhm.
that's where I stayed. Finished out high school there and did my bachelor's degree from an amazing HBCU, Coppin State University. I graduated from
Now,
there.
what city is that located in?
That's in Baltimore City.
That's
It's
what I thought.
2500 West North Avenue. Can we? Yes, it is on North Avenue.
Some people think that the only historical black college is at Morgan State.
It's Morgan. No, see, we are so underrated, but we have some amazing people that come out of Coppin State University. So I'm definitely going to shout out my HBCU. It's amazing and it's definitely expanding. So I'm excited about that. Got my master's degree from the University of Baltimore, which is downtown Baltimore. And I kind of got all of my footing there. I was a correctional officer for the state of Maryland as well.
What kind of correction officer were you?
I think I was fair, firm, and impartial.
No, not that kind. But which department did you work
Oh, I worked for the state of Maryland Department of Corrections.
for? Okay, State of Maryland
Yes.
Department
So
of Correction.
prisons, not jails.
Oh,
I worked with individuals who were sentenced.
okay, prisons, not jail.
Yes, there is a
Okay.
difference.
Well, yeah, I'm a former probation officer at
Okay.
Alameda County.
All right, let's talk about
So
it.
I've been around, and I know the difference between a prison and a jail.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, jail is temporary.
Yes.
Prison is
A little bit
been
more
there
permanent.
for a while. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now let's shoot back for a moment to what we were talking about before about Inspector General for the whole city of Oakland, but specifically assigned to the Oakland Police Department. Is that how that works? I don't know. I never heard of Inspector General until recently.
Absolutely. So there are some municipalities that do have the jurisdiction over the entire city,
Mhm.
such as Baltimore and Atlanta. So they can investigate fraud, waste, abuse, public corruption, and misconduct over the entire city. That is not the jurisdiction for this particular position. My jurisdiction is only over police oversight, which includes the Oakland Police Department as well as the Community Police Review Agency. I report directly to the Police Commission.
And the police commission, as you know, is fairly new in Oakland. Before, was it 4 or 5 years ago? I can't remember when. I voted for the police commission, and they have been doing a good job. I think I have a lot of respect for them. I guess the former chair, Regina Jackson, and so I'm excited about the potential. So. What was your current career path to get you there?
So once I received my master's degree from the University of Baltimore, I specialized in law and courts. When I got my master's, I was thinking about doing law school, but then I was like, oh, it's going to take a little
Oh, you
bit
should have done law school.
more
Been a lot of
time. I
fun.
know everybody's like, it's not too late. I went to work at the National Police Foundation.
Okay.
And the National Police Foundation in Northwest DC at the time. It's now since moved. We did a lot of technical assistance for the police departments. We did police science research, looking at crime hotspots, police responses to critical incidences such as riots, mass shootings, responses to prison riots as well, resulting in fatalities. So when I was there, I got my feet wet and I was like, we need to kind of figure out how we can help on the inside of governmental agencies. So I got a call from a colleague of mine in Baltimore. It was like, hey, we just got a new inspector general in Baltimore. And I was like, okay, she's looking for some really great special agents. So I worked my way up as a special agent, which is an entry-level investigator, all the way through to a special agent in charge, to an assistant inspector general, to the deputy inspector general for the city of Baltimore.
So you've had a lot of experience in the area.
I love what I do.
And I understand you are a certified inspector general, whatever that is.
I am. So there is a national organization, the Association of Inspectors General, which is AIG, and they have a curriculum to educate inspectors generals, inspector general investigators, auditors, evaluators. They talk about the history of inspectors generals, federal, local, and state, as well as how to conduct yourself in this particular arena.
So it's a national organization,
It is.
and I'm a member of the National Bar Association, and we are engaged in a lot of that similar stuff. We're going to have to go to break, so don't touch that remote. We will be right back. Again, my name is Robert L. Harris. I am your host, and my guest is Michelle Phillips. She is the Inspector General right here in the city of Oakland. We will be right back.